Alright, a quick tutorial. So you're gonna come into your game, have this MMO Navigator started, and be presented with this screen. And this is the navigator. Note that some of these controls will disappear as you mouse over and off of them. You have this nice note that tells you what to do, which is basically you need to have a macro running in your game, whether it's EverQuest or Project 1999, or in this case Pantheon, which is what I play the most, and what I test in the most. So keep that in mind. Um, so I have a couple of different macros here. I'm gonna show you what they are. Just slash load slash wait. In this case, 2 seconds. It's a long period between locations. That just means that the macro will last longer. I don't have to click it as often. So it's going to tell me the location. And in Pantheon, what that does is it's going to copy the coordinates that you're currently at to the system clipboard, your Windows clipboard. And this program will monitor that, read that, and pull it in. So I'm going to click on it. That note went away because you learned what you're supposed to do. And this is the location that I'm currently at. It's not going to do anything just yet because it doesn't have a destination. Now let's imagine that I died, and of course the first thing you should do when you die is get the location of where your corpse is, because you could be in the middle of the woods, right? And maybe it's a new zone and you're unfamiliar. In EverQuest, you're deep in Fadark or whatever, and something kills you, and you have to get back to your corpse, and you have to get it. Maybe you can find someone to come help you, that's fine, but maybe it's late at night, you don't want to. You're an introvert like me, you don't want to. So you just want to go get the corpse. But there and here, and Pantheon is no different, you have to type /loc, get your coordinates, figure out, based on which way you're running, whether or not the next time you type /loc, you're moving towards your corpse. And you can do that. You can process that in your mind. It takes a little bit. But can you do that and avoid getting killed by the brownie again? Or whatever it is as you approach your corpse? Or any number of other things. So what this does is sort of takes that cognitive load away and just does that little bit of work for you. That's all that's really going on, right? You want to get your corpse. So let's pretend I know my corpse, and it's out in let's go. We're gonna go somewhere. We're gonna go to one of the horses. So let's go to a far west horse. Note that my location is stopped. I'm not doing the macro anymore. It ran out of time. It's telling me that it won't tell me my position because it doesn't know which way I'm facing until I do a /loc, right? So I'm gonna do long locs. It's gonna tell me and update what direction I'm facing, and therefore which way I need to run to get to wherever it is I'm going, whether it's a corpse or in this case, a horse location. I know, yes, it's over here, but I'm going to run around, right? And not, maybe there's in this case, I don't want to swim that far, but there could be creatures in the way. And this whole time, if you didn't have this or something else, you'd have to worry about where are you? With /loc all over again to get your bearings. So that's what's going on. I can run around in whichever way I need to get to that location, and I still generally know where it's at. Now again, /loc. I might get my macro going again, so that it'll update, and I'm gonna head in this direction. It's in the due west, and it's also 1,052 meters away. I'm not exactly sure what the unit is. I believe it's meters as far as the game is concerned, and I'm going to get an update as I get closer. The only downside is you got to keep /loc going. I just ran into something that is aggroing me, so I'm going to keep going. I've got to keep this macro going, so I might choose different macros to have different wait times. 1.5 seconds if I want faster updates, I'm doing the 2. It ran out. I'm going to do it again. So as long as I want to get an update, I've got to keep that macro going. 534. Oh, okay, it's updating. 2 seconds in between locations. It's going to update this every 2 seconds, right? If I were faster, I would get quicker notifications. That is not the horse that I want. It's a different one. Sorry. Now slow down. Oh, it's this horse. That's right. I remember you. Let's see if there's one out here. Yes, there is. And as you get closer, it gets into this little aliens radar thing going, and just how close are you to that location, right? I'm out in the boonies now. I can probably see where Skydurban is, the city I want to eventually run back to. But let's say you're in the woods, or I really don't know. I know it's generally, obviously, it's in the east, right? So I'm going to choose my location again. In this case, I'm going to go to the crypts in a minute. So you have the location where you are, and you have the location where you want to go. One thing I can do is, when I know my location, I'm going to do the slash. My current location is going to come here, but I might type in where I want to go to. If my corpse was, you know, somewhere that it didn't have on my list, I would type it into the destination bar. Once it gets to be a valid coordinate, the system will detect that and start to navigate you there. So you need to know where you're going, and you need to have a macro that executes /loc repeatedly, right? So it can tell you where you need to go. So we're going to go all the way across the world. In this case, I'm going to show you real quick. Show you real quick another tool, another way to know where you're going. That's the 2D map. It'll launch. There it is. All right, it already has. Goodness, there's something going on my machine. Got 3 things going. So, 2 things. The windows do generally allow you to, at least on Windows 11, to click through them when they're not, uh, when they are transparent. Right now, this isn't because it's a currently active window, and I can choose to look at what I want to look at, do certain things. Um, I have a bunch of locations. These are all the locations that fit on this map from saved locations that I have. These are all locations I've been to and I've stored up into my destinations. Anytime you go somewhere, you can take the current loc, and there'll be a little plus sign by here. I'll go through that in a little bit, but you can add it to your list of destinations, and they can end up showing on this list. I'm going to click that off and show that they're gone again. All right, so here I am, right out here by this pillar, next to all these horses. You know where to get this. This is Shalazam map, a simple screenshot of any map out there, or download a map out there that is to scale, right? It can't just be dots thrown on a piece of paper or whatever, and you get to go where you want to go. So I'm going to show you real quick how you can take any map. Let's pretend that I'm going to go ahead and open a map. New map from image file. I'm going to pick, let's see, I'm going to pick this one. That one was horses. This is no markers. This is actually already calibrated. But let's pretend, oh, actually it wasn't. So it's going to say you need to calibrate this. Right now it doesn't have any locations. It doesn't know anything about where it is in the world. And I'm gonna, shoot, I should have already had this, right? Let's go to Shalazam, where this originally came from. Again, you can do whatever you want. I'm going to pick a place I know where I'm at, where it's at on this map, right? And one of those is Vine Stones. This one, turn off all of these, right? And I have this Vine Stone. And I know this Vine Stone is at negative 117, negative 761. I'm in calibration mode. I need to pick the first calibration point, right? So I need to left click on this point here, which is a bind stone. I'm going to enter in negative 114, negative 757, 57, which is okay. Now I need to find another point, and I'm just going to pick the end of this pier here, which is 1252, negative 361. So I'll click this, 1252, and it's negative 1362, negative 1362. Choose OK. Alright, so that's what I needed to configure that map. It needed to know 2 locations on the map to be able to give me where the coordinates are, right? So I can now know that, you know, where I'm at right now. Let's see. Alright, so it's a new map, so it's forgotten me. I'm going to close this, click Lokes, and it should have started showing me where I was. The world is that. That is not me. I must have put in the wrong locations. Put in the wrong locations, and that's what's going to happen. So, that is where that's a destination. Yeah, that's a destination, I'm sorry. What's going on? Must not be quite on the map. This particular map. Okay, there I am. Now I'm showing up. I was off the map. I was way over here somehow, as far as that particular map is concerned, and those coordinates. And my destination is all the way across the zone here. So all I got to do is keep my macro going, and I'll be able to get straight there, or not worry too much about the mobs around me, and know that I'm heading where I need to go. I was worried there was a bug there for a second, but it was a new map, and it was a little bit bigger than the coordinates that I was at. So, yeah, if I have a map showing here that's for Avelia, and I were on Avelia, it's not going to show on this map. I was just a little bit off of this map, and so it didn't show me on this map. I'll click Lokes again, get my location monitored while I run to where I'm going. You see where I'm moving across this large map. I don't know that there was a river coming here, but now I do. Shoot. I'll just go ahead and go across it. I can zoom in. It is not calibrated right. That's why it wasn't on the map. Somehow or another, I put in the wrong thing. So let's see what happens when I put the right thing in again. Do this together. Alright. It should be over here. So I can recalibrate it. It's totally wrong. I have to go get the map open again. Yes, I'm recording this. I'll get back. Be able to do did I do wrong? It's not here. Alright. This is 1604, negative 1052. Oh, that ain't right. I must have put in her. Alright. So that's wrong. This is negative 112, negative 758. We're going to calibrate again. Alright. Calibrate that. Oh. Calibrate that. Negative 114, negative 760. Alright. To this location. Which is 1252. 52. Negative 1363. You don't have to do this once. I messed it up. I'm unfortunately recording at the time. And here I am. I'm across the river, right? Let's do it. It's got me calibrated right. That's always nice. I'm going to minimize this just in case I need it again. Alright. Get back to the game. Get the loops going again. Are they going again? Oh, that wasn't good. Alright, so we're heading back to the back across the field properly. We're configured wrong. I won't have to redo that process. This map is configured properly now. I had redone it from a good one and made it a bad one, and now it's a good one again. So I'm still heading from Sky Durban to the crypts. I think what I'm going to do now is a little different. I'm going to close this one. I don't have to, but I'm going to. Actually, no, I'm going to leave it running. And I'm going to load, add map to world. And that one was SP no markers, so I'll choose the same one. In this case, I need to choose, it's a 3D map, so one thing it doesn't know from the last time I calibrated it, right, the one I just did, is how high is it? What's the elevation? Now, I really should use the elevation of some mob on this map, but around 800 will do in this case for our purposes. And if I want to load multiple maps into the world, I can. And that's what I'm going to do. So it's the same world. My look is not being tracked right now, so let's see what happens when I start that. Did it do that? Where am I supposed to be? Am I too far away? Shoot. It is not doing what I wanted to do. It thinks I'm someplace else again. Nope, there it is. Alright, whatever. It needed. The issue is it was trying to figure out which height map am I on. Alright, so let's see. There are little bitty bugs left, I think. That's what this runaround is all about. So let's see. I already had that one map. I'm gonna go ahead and add the other maps. I know that they're all working. So we have AVP horses. Oh, there. My world's getting bigger. Add Velia. Velia. Oh, shoot. Oh, freaking Titan. Yeah, he's on me. Oh my goodness, he's on me. Yep. He's still running at me? Yes, he's still running at me. He's the only damn warrior out here. Is he off? He's off, okay. And that's the other thing. here I am. I ran for my life just now, and I might not know where I am. I do. But if I were in the woods or whatever and something came at me and I had to run around to get away from it, right? Get away from the things I might run into as I'm running away from things. Alright, so I'm still here, right? Changed my position, so I ran across the river. And, oops. There I am. Alright, let's see. What was I doing? Oh, I still want to load in another map. I want Eastern Plains horses. Oh, look at that. Another one. And let me load in another one. Let's see if I can get the whole world here. So we have Wild Zen. Doesn't have horses. I'm going to try. Now, a mob on any of these maps could be at a different level. These are 3D worlds, right? But these maps are flat. And I'm just going to choose the same height for all of these maps that interconnect. They're not all that way, because some of them are subterranean. But if we see, this is the world that we know now, all pieced together, right? Now, technically, I could draw my own map. So let me wonder. I have not tried this, so I'm gonna try it while I'm here. So a value supply chest. I'm gonna remove it. I'm gonna remove a value supply chest, and I'm gonna see about adding another map, Throne Fast map that I drew by walking around. And let's see what it looks like, all connected up. Oh, that's yeah, this map. It probably is fine. Let's get into it because it's just where I ran, right? It's not anything else but where I ran in this world. But that's pretty cool. So this map is drawn. Everything's mapped. Everything's matching. Oh my goodness. All right. So part of this map is AVP, Avenger's Pass, and part of this map is Throne Fast. And the part that's Throne Fast, I drew with this program by walking around it. I would walk around the map with the brown marker on. I'd walk around the edges of all the water with the white marker on. I walked around the edges of the keep with the white marker on, and it ends up matching up with the map from Shalazam, which they probably did by doing a big packet sniff from the game engine. But in this case, I'm not packet sniffing. The only thing I'm doing is reading this location from the clipboard, which Pantheon puts out. That's pretty cool. I didn't realize it was going to fit that perfectly. Let me get rid. I'm not going there anyway. I'm just going to leave it there. It's pretty cool. All right. So here I am. I'm way over here still, and let's go to where I want to go to. Let's go to just the crypts. I already loaded them in. I don't know. I don't know that. That's it. Okay, they're not loaded. I'll add 2 more to the world, which is this one. This one should already know which height it's at. So I did prompt me, and I'm going to load this one again. So let's see where that's at. That's where I'm heading. It's the crypts. And I'm going to start my loops again. It started running. Which way do I need to run? That's turned around. And I'm going to go this way. I actually do know how to get there, but it is a big map, and I do get lost. Which is why I made this program. Alright. Oh yes, both of these are running at the same time. Now on Windows 10, which is what I'm running, I can't click through this. I can see through it, but I can't click through it. Unfortunately, would you please go? Goodness. I'm stuck. Actually, one of the things that can happen is I'm actually pressing the keyboard right in the real world, and if I negotiate with this map with my mouse, it can stop reading me pressing the button nonstop to move forward. I think that's what was going on. All right, so let's go. Oh sure, yeah. Get this going. If I double, this is I've got opaquity turned on so that it will go a little transparent. But what I'd rather do right now is move these, make them a little bit smaller. Center it, have it nice and watching me just exactly where I want to go. This one can do it too, but it doesn't have the right mouse click. The right menu system here would interfere with the 3D map, so let's see what we got now. Alright, so let's go long loops and let's run our 1607 meters to the cribs. We look here on the left hand map, it does have breadcrumbs turned on. This isn't, well, this will slowly go away, but it shows you where you are. I'm sorry, it shows you where you've been. So if you're like in a place that you're not familiar with and you get yourself in and you don't know how to get yourself out, you can just follow your breadcrumbs right on back out. Make sure I keep the location going. I guess you know it's oh, I should pay attention. These are red markers are horses, and I just passed by a horse, so the breadcrumbs don't track when you aren't tracking your location, so gotta keep it going. Set you up a nice macro. Alright, where you are, 657 meters. Horse rest. Something is on me. What is it? I'm not worried about you, little scorpion. Alright, let's keep going. Don't run into that. Again, here I am running along and I'm wanting to go to a particular place. I can run around things and not worry about typing /loop to get there. Granted, I could just know where it is in the world too, and I do, generally. But again, I get lost. Wild's End, you get lost. Certain places you get lost. I'm starting to show up a little bit closer now. Oop. I don't get anything on me right now. So I'm close to where I want to be. Alright. And because I'm close to where I want to be, the map is going blue and turning a little bit of a aliens radar thing going. They're all around us. They're all around us. They're to the floor. Alright. So I'm get off my horse. And I'm going to go inside. And one thing that will happen is I will drop off of this map on the right. Because it knows, well, I'm not going to go where I want to go. I was hoping to go down. And down would be on this map. There. That's right. Nightfall Crypt, people. That's right. This line here is my avatar, my position above that location. A little bit of wonkiness going on there. Alright, so some other things that you could do. let's see, what time is it? When's it going to open? 17. It shouldn't be too long. Maybe I can record that too. Maybe not. All right, so while we're standing here, looking at this fantastic world with all of those locations of places I have in fact been, most of them, well, some of the horses. This is so one of the things I did is I took the locations of the way out of Wild's End. We look around here, you got the Vinestone and Wild's End, and if you run just the right way, you don't hit any mobs. I've tried 2 different ways. And on out, so we'd run this way. We'd run up in here, over through the Orc Valley, and then of course the rest of it you didn't really need markers for. But these are AVP horses. We got the entrance to this. This is the entrance to one of these. Is the entrance to. There it is. That's it. No, that's it. The blue marker is the entrance to Hounder's Cave. Anyway, so some other things that we have here. It's not currently turned on by default, but you can open up some timers. You can kick a couple of them off, and they're eventually going to kick down. When they get to 1 minute, they'll turn yellow. They'll start to flash red when they get, I think, down to 30 seconds. I'm not sure, and then they're going to beep, do a system beep when they go off, and then they'll reset themselves. We can hide that, get that out of the way. They are still running, right? They will still go off. I can hide all these controls if I'm not interested in changing my location. I just want to. Oh, that's not right. Okay. If I just want to let this location thing macro deal with the rest of it, it will. What else? And I can hide all of it, right? Sort of slim things down. Oh wait, let's see what happens. I don't think I need to have this on, but let's take a look. Click on /Lokes. I'm not going down here to fight. They'll kick my butt, I'm pretty sure, even if I am 46. Alright. Goodness, it's dark. Okay. Let's take a look. Where am I? So, it's going. Should eventually show up. Oh, I am there. Show up. Oh, I'm showing up on that map right there. Alright, so that's my little avatar. Can't really get much closer into it. That's enough. But imagine you were in this cave and you didn't have this map at all. You can still use breadcrumbs. You start a map, start it in draw mode, and it will build the map as you move, and it will show breadcrumbs and let you get in and out. You might even with this map, if you're in this zone, right, you can get in there pretty deep, and you'll get turned around so easily. Mobs that you're worried about, and having breadcrumbs to tell you exactly where you need to be, especially if you're in Viz. Having Viz up, let's see what happens. No, I don't want to see what happens. And Viz will drop. Alright, so, but we can see that. Alright, fine. I don't have. Let me load this one. Benefit of the 3D world. Benefit of the 3D world is you can go from one zone to another and have more maps load up on the fly. But the 2D, you gotta pick them. All right. And let me go and click that. Find my invis. I don't have it loaded because it's become a little worthless sometimes. What we will see. Come on. There we are. Alright. Is this an old one? Or it can't be put there? Can't be put there? Fine. Alright. Get you going. Get faster looks going. I'll get faster looks going. Go in Viz and let's see what happens. Alright. Some of these, do these guys see in Viz? We should have. It is showing on this side breadcrumbs. So let me use that. Get back. I'm gonna die. That's good. Don't try to make it up. Get back to my core. Yes, I know. I should not be here. Alright, fine. Anyway, I at least know where my corpse is at. I can get back to it. I would take my loke. Going to release. I will look back at here. My location, the one that is in here, is right here. I'm going to change this and put this over into my destination. So this is now blinking here because that's my destination. It's blinking here because it's my destination. I am in fact not there. I am in fact all the way. Oh. Back here. Let's take a look. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here and I need to get under the map somewhere over here. So I should probably, what I'm going to do is create a way for the marker, the destination marker, to show on multiple maps. Right now it's actually showing right there where I died. Alright, so let's see what happens. Actually, you know what, I don't know that I want to keep recording that particular process, but then again, that is the purpose of this thing. So let's see. Alright, I'm going to run down here. Close this thing. The problem with Invis and the crypts is, and I wasn't paying attention, there weren't too many things open at the time. You have an 8-second warning if it fades. And they made the wizards and Viz fade a lot more often now, so I figured that would happen. But I'm also doing this video and that slows it down too. Alright, let's see, I will see a reason to keep this one. When you open the save map, I'll open this be horses because that's where I am, Silent Plains. There is something going on. That's why it's slow there. And I will figure that out. So here I am. Click and look again. This one is right here. So one thing you can do, you can change your perspective from top to bottom. You can change your perspective again. A little bit isometric, I guess is what it's called. Right. And it's wanting to track my current location. So let's see, zoom to center. You can zoom to center, zoom to what you currently have as your focus, which right now it's my character. And you can also zoom to where you're looking, right? So I move my map around, and where I'm looking is where it's going to zoom to. It can be useful, it can be not so useful. All right. Oh, do I have my horse? I do have my horse. 1,799 meters to go. Alright. Long Oaks. I'm not too far in there. I'll be able to get my corpse. But at least I showed you, you get your location when once you capture it, it's in memory. It is in fact on your clipboard. Not even this program is responsible for that. So remember, get your you can always paste your location from clipboard onto Notepad, Word, whatever. Get it out of the clipboard just in case something else starts to overwrite it. Don't press /loc again. Goodness, that would suck, depending on where you are. Come on, horsey, you're tired, I know. Alright. But anyway, so you have your loc and I'm all turned around. Without this thing running, I need to pay attention to this thing so I don't have to. What was that? That probably wasn't good. I love my machines. Slow down here for a second while the horse rests. Again, that's the breadcrumb saying that I ran from Sky Durban, from the Bindstone, all the way across the map here, and I'm heading over here to my destination. Same here. It's a little different in that it records the last 200 steps, so it remembered me running across the map before. It's now seeing me run from Sky Durban. This little blue line is that version's breadcrumbs. And again, it's going to end up going back over here. Alright, long loops. Alright, let's keep going. Get this video over with. 768. I don't really want to deal with these little guys. I didn't wait to get my freaking health back. It would be good if I did that. Oh, I can do this on a horse. Sure. I don't want to die a second time in the video. It sucks. Although that's not unusual for me. It's not a video to die. Alright. Hello, I'm sorry. Let me get moving. Get off the horse now. It's not going to happen, but let me do one thing. Alright, so I will change maps. When it's when it's transparent and it slips into this lower profile view, you got to double click to get it active again. So I'm going to open a save map. I know it's this one. Yes, I definitely need to do something. Alright, so go down here. Machines. I've got like 5 things going right now, so Alright, too far down. I know that I am. Let's see, where am I? So I'm not showing on this map yet. I think. Am I? No, I'm not showing on this map yet. Oh, I need to press look to show on this map. Of course. So it's right there. I think I can get it. I'm pretty sure I can get it. Oh, I can't get it like that. That's how I die all the time. Alright, let me go and where's my corp? There you are. Alright. Stick around here. Everything. I don't care about XP, blah blah blah. Alright. I think that you've seen what you need to see. I'm sure. I'm sorry. I should have shown you that. It sees me on this map, right? So let's go upstairs. My looks are still going. Nice long one. Should see me pop up on this map here pretty soon. With, of course, looks going. Yes. So now it does. Alright, I'm going to end that now. This is MMO Navigator. You got a 2D map on the left, a nice new 3D map on the right. It does mean that you've got to provide your own maps. Whether you do a screen grab off of Shalazam and set the coordinates up, whether you draw a map of your own that is nice and scaled properly, or you use this program to build a map of your own. And I could take this map out with its borders here, and I could give it a green background for grass or whatever.